More than 200,000 people around the world has died because COVID-19, and at least 8 million people just in Mexico has been fired of their jobs because of the consequences of COVID-19. My name is Gerardo Sanchez, and today I'm going to talk about the consequences of COVID-19 in our economy as Mexico, and specifically into the automotive industry. So I would like to introduce myself. I'm studying the last year of industrial engineering at the University of Celaya, and I was making my professional practices into a company who's working for the automotive industry. And our activities has been stopped because of the quarantine we are living now to avoid the propagation of the COVID-19 in Mexico. So I would like to give you some important facts about COVID-19. So I will explain you what's coronavirus. Coronavirus is a kind of virus which may produce illness in animals and humans. It's a large family of viruses. And the COVID-19 is the more recent discovered kind of coronavirus. It was discovered in 2019, in December 2019, in Wuhan, China. And the main symptoms of COVID-19 are fever, dry throat, and sometimes tiredness. So, but there are a lot of different kind of symptoms. So the main recommendation is that if you or some of your family are presenting that symptoms, the recommendation is you should go to the hospital and talk with the doctor about your symptoms. What about COVID-19 in Mexico? The first case of COVID-19 registered in Mexico was in February 28th, and it was a traveler from Italy who came from Italy to Mexico City. Another two cases was registered 1 week after that, and it was two travelers from USA, and they arrived to Mexico City on February 6th, but the symptoms were presented almost 3 weeks after they arrived to Mexico City. Why did I say that the COVID-19 is affecting our economy and our industry? Well, the automotive industry is not considered as an elementary or an essential activity to continue their activities during this quarantine. It's not really important than, for example, the food industry or the pharmaceutical industry that cannot be stopped. But what about the automotive industry in Mexico? Well, we produce at least or around 4 million units per year. We, as the automotive industry, generate the 6% of the GDP of the whole country as the automotive industry. And we are positioned as the 8th car manufacturing in the world. So it's really important because almost 200 million people of Mexico are working into the automotive industry. It's one of the most important industries in Mexico. So as the automotive industry is not considered as essential, it's really, really drastic, the problem that we are not generating money for the country. And how it affected? Well, at the beginning of the video, I told you that at least 8 million Mexicans has been fired of their jobs. What the companies are firing their people? Because we are now living around 54 days of quarantine, and the companies has not the possibility to keep their personnel or their human resources into the company when the company is not producing. My main recommendation as an industrial engineer, as a person who works for the automotive industry, is to keep the rules, to stay home, This is not a joke. This is not a game. A lot of people in the world in general is dying because COVID-19. A lot of people in Mexico is losing their jobs, and not at all at the automotive industry. There are a lot of industries cannot be able to keep their resources for keep their people in their companies. So please stay home. Think or take a consideration about all these people that I mentioned, and keep safe. That's all for me, and thank you so much.